What's good? What's good? I'm back. One and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast. And we got our guest waiting, good friend of the show. Actually got an MMA background, fought bare knuckle in Canada, fought bare knuckle in BKFC, and recently did the Ice Wars, which I just checked out some of the footage today, and I checked out his fight. And before we bring him on, we're gonna play just a little beginning clip of his last fight, so y'all can get a taste of what this little Ice Wars is talking
the crowd
about.
tonight.
Here we go.
MMA legend, UFC legend. Oh wow! Oh!
Kind of put himself into the boards.
Wow!
Kind of Machine Wolverine. Look at him go with those uppercuts.
Yeah, James is putting it on him. Punishing punches.
Dalzell with absolutely one right after another, and Aaron coming in close proximity.
All right,
both guys
down.
go down.
Hey, you saw right there. Let's bring on good friend of the show, James Dalzell. Oh, come on, add to the stage. James, how you doing, man?
What's up, Paul? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
There we go. Yeah. I couldn't hear anything, but now we're good.
Okay. Yo, what's up with this Ice Wars, man? It's crazy.
Oh, buddy. Wild, eh? Yeah, man. It's pretty nuts. No sticks, no pucks, just hockey fighting.
It seems like it's right up your alley.
It's 100% there, man. Yeah, it's I grew up as an enforcer playing junior hockey and had so many hockey fights. That's kind of how I got into combat sports, basically. And yeah, this thing popped up, and I had to get into it and had the first fight. Thanks for showing that clip there. That was fun. And then we got the next one coming up in just over 2 weeks.
Now, seeing y'all had Tito Ortiz was there. It didn't look like a super big crowd. What are they gonna have to do to try to promote it better? And what kind of crowd do they gotta promote it to, do you think?
Yeah, it's interesting. I was kind of surprised. I thought that place would be pretty packed. There's a lot of big names there, a lot of cool people, but yeah, it was a lot less people kind of than expected. It's been getting some good traction online, but the break, right? It was October when the last one was. So there was a lot of momentum. A lot of people were really fired up about it, and now we kind of got to rebuild all that momentum, I think. But I think it really draws a lot to the combat sports fans. Definitely hockey fans. There's not as much fighting in hockey anymore, so now you just strictly got the hockey fights. I think there's a pretty big market for it, but yeah, it's just gotta get tapped into it a bit.
Now, this is a BKFC fight promotion, right?
The last one was BKFC was involved. I believe they still are. It's to be honest, it's I don't fully know. They kind of, I'm definitely in the dark with a lot of stuff. But it's bare knuckle. That's for sure, which is cool. But BKFC was definitely involved in the last one. But they almost look like they've rebranded. But I've been told that BKFC is still involved, but I am not 100% certain.
Yeah, because what was confusing for me is that, so if BKFC, it said BKFC Ice Wars, and I never seen nothing on there like their YouTube live streaming it or anything. And that's a big, that's something that would definitely help. So if they're not throwing on the live stream, they're definitely losing a lot of attention and viewership on it.
Yeah, big time. I think they did the last one. I think that they did it on the BKFC site, and yeah, obviously that has a massive target, huge audience there. So hopefully they'll do that again. I haven't heard even where you can watch this one, if it's going to be on pay-per-view. It's I guess they'll be announcing a lot of how to get involved soon or how to see it, but I don't know. I guess you got to get tickets to get there live.
Yeah, I went and looked up the some YouTube footage, and I was able to find your fight. They had the fights on there. It wasn't under no BKFC channels or nothing. That's what was confusing about it. But how do you train for something like that?
Yeah, man, it's tough. You gotta, I mean, if you watch the other one, you got to be good on your skates. So the main thing is to make sure you're getting on the ice, getting the reps in on there, even just to feel comfortable. Like at least for me, it was really easy to get back onto the ice. It'd been a while since I hadn't played hockey in a couple of years, and just getting back on the ice, at least it came back quick because I spent so much time on it. But I'd say that's the main thing is you got to be a good skater. You see it. There's a lot of good fighters that did the first few, and the first couple were on synthetic ice, so you could kind of hide that too. It's a little easier to hide the if you're weaker on your skates, but on that real ice, man, you better be good on your skates or it's going to be tough. So I mostly train. I've been actually rollerblading a lot now because the ice is out. It's gone here in Penetang, but I have synthetic ice in my garage too. So just a lot of that, a lot of work in there. I'm supposed to be getting out with Nick Laporte hopefully this week, get on the ice with him too. So that'll be good. But yeah, I think that's the main thing is, you got to get the reps in on the ice, because if you're not comfortable and solid on your skates, it's going to be a rough night.
So are you wearing like gloves while you're on ice when you train or something?
Training wise, no, not really. I mean, you should, but yeah, I mean, I have been lately, like keeping like the MMA gloves on for hitting the bag and everything too. Just I typically just go bare knuckles onto the bags, but when it gets closer to fight time, you don't want to mess your hands up, right? So I've been protecting them a little better than I usually do.
Now, your opponent, was he a hockey guy or a fighter like you?
The last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the last one, I think from what I understood is he was a roller hockey player and I guess a fighter, but I don't know if he had a whole lot of experience. He wasn't. I think he told me after, like that was his biggest mistake is he didn't spend enough time on the ice and he didn't feel as comfortable on his skates and it showed. I don't know if he had I don't think he had a whole ton. I mean, I think he had a lot of street fighting experience. I think he'd been in a lot of brawls and stuff. He was obviously pretty tough. I hit him with a lot of shots. But yeah, I don't know really what his actual like hockey fight experience was. He was a local guy, right? So, like a lot of them do, they bring in the local guys to kind of to get the crowd there and stuff. So he had a big fan base. I went in there getting booed a lot. So it was fun.
I mean, so this Ice Wars is drawing in. I mean, everybody got to have some hockey background or something, or ice skating. Wouldn't you say with this?
Yeah. At least now, the first couple they were bringing in, they brought in a couple BKFC guys for the before it was like when it was on the synthetic ice and they were wearing gloves for the first couple. That last one was the first time that they went to real ice and bare knuckle, which is way better. But yeah, now they got I think they got at least one former NHL fighter, a lot of former semi-pro guys, a lot of former hockey fighters. So it should be really good, man. It's going to be really good competition. The guy I'm up against is Big Snake. He's the youngest brother of a bunch of them that's have a massive reputation for smashing guys on the ice. So it's we're in for a good one there.
I mean, so this sport is basically one aspect of hockey turned into a whole sport. How big do you think it can be as its own sport?
I think the potential is huge. Like I said, everybody loves hockey fights, man. Like as much as they're trying to limit it and stuff, you see somebody drop the mitts and the whole barn's going nuts. Like everybody loves a hockey fight. So I think that there's some massive potential for this to grow. It's fast, right? It's like it's got the bare knuckle feeling to it, but you're on ice, so it gives it a whole nother element of like just speed and danger and just pure chaos, right?
Yeah, because I went to go watch the highlights. I was like, I wonder what it's going to be like. And I was like, are they going to be able to just kind of skate fast and just throw a jab or throw an uppercut? And then I see, as soon as it started, dude started skating and threw a jab. Like, oh, man, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be.
just straight at each other and go. I mean, that's how hockey fights are, right? You just grab and
Yeah.
chuck. So it's a lot of punches. That's why they're 1 minute rounds. And I mean, even a minute a minute hockey fight's a long fight, man. And being on the ice, you're using a lot of muscles and you're throwing a lot of punches. It's and getting hit with a lot of punches.
So, are you planning on doing this for a little while, or a little bit of everything? You still trying to fight like in the BKFC bare knuckle as well?
Yeah, definitely, man. Like this hockey thing's kind of, it seems like my jam, but I love the bare knuckle. I love BKFC. Like I've been on the horn with Nate all the time, trying to book something. I've been every fight I've been fighting at. I've been fighting above my weight class. Really, from all the guys I talk to, I'm walking
Yeah.
around at like a buck 50. They're like, you should be fighting at 135, man. So I've been asking to get in there at that, and I think I'll do a lot of damage there, man. I've been getting hit by some bigger boys and learning my lesson pretty fast. And yeah, I think just getting in there with some guys my weight class would be key. I know they're not coming back to Canada for a bit, but I've been telling them I'll go to the UK, I'll go anywhere, man. Bring me to the States, wherever it be. Just last minute stuff. I don't care. I just want to fight. I do really love the BKFC. I love the bare knuckle fighting, and yeah, I hope to get back into that as soon as possible too.
And that's the thing. The UK guys, they go to UK every 3 to 4 months. So those guys always have a fight card every 3 to 4 months. I mean, they haven't been to Canada, but what, once, maybe twice?
I think just twice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so there was the first. I talked to you. I think before BKFC came, I was the Havoc there did the first bare knuckle event, and then BKFC was there like I think a couple weeks later, and then
Yeah.
last August. But yeah, I haven't. There's just the one fight card there in the last year, and it doesn't sound promising that they'll be back uh, anytime soon. But you never know. It's not legal in a bunch of provinces here, but working at it, and it's been getting legalized in so many states, right? It's and again, the proof's there that it is less damaging to the brain, and a lot of the
Yeah.
commission that's what they're worried about is the brain damage. So if they're allowing boxing, which is causing a lot more brain damage, they really should be allowing
Yep.
bare knuckle. And I think we're going to see it start to open up a lot more very soon.
And MMA, I mean, them kicks that they be taking, and
Exactly.
it's
Elbows.
it's being a little too picky. I mean, it's not even legal in North Carolina in my state yet,
Really? Yeah.
and that's why
Yeah.
I never really get to the live events because I don't travel out of state hardly ever. I mean, I wish I was staying in Florida right now because Florida is really like
Yeah.
the BKFC capital of the world right now with them Florida cards. It
Yeah.
really is.
Yeah, there's so many, and they're doing the like the bare knuckle MMA there, and everything too. Like Florida
Yeah.
seems to be a hotbed for it right now. So yeah, it's a good spot. That's where the Ice Wars was too. That was I think I don't know what's going on. They'd mentioned that there was a lot of other places that they were looking at going, but it's obviously legal in Florida, and yeah, there's been a lot of fights there. It's a good spot to be.
And I mean, so you're at the Canada event. What was the energy like in there? Did it feel like Canadians really were embracing the bare knuckle?
Yeah, man, big time. It was good. It was a good crowd. I don't know if it wasn't sold out. It was really close. The crowd was hot. They were loving it. It was a great card. I like the fights were all phenomenal, and yeah, people were really digging it. So I don't know if I mean it was a smaller venue.
Mhm.
So I don't know if that had something to do with it. With the production value and everything. But I think that I think that that's kind of an untapped market, especially in some of the bigger cities and stuff in Canada. I think that it's really getting embraced. The Havoc's still doing their bare knuckle stuff, and the crowd just goes bananas for it. Like man, it's the most exciting. I think it's the most
Yeah.
exciting combat sport there is. It's nothing but
It
but pure
is. It is.
energy. Yeah, man. I don't think there's anything better, man. I absolutely love it. I love watching it, and I don't see it going anywhere but up.
I mean, even BKB, they got the same formula. The only problem is their production. Something about their production doesn't seem as sexy. It's not the ring. It's not the fire. It's the for me. It's the production. When I watch the production of BKB, and then I watch the BKC. BKFC gives me a feel of a wrestling, a
Yeah,
WWE kind of production, and it's a well-oiled machine. The fights are like, you got knocked out. Get your ass up. Get the hell out the ring. We got to get to the next fight. Little time of rest, and that's it.
yeah, yeah,
I
man.
mean, they literally did what? Oh, do you watch all the fight cards for BKFC?
I try. There's so many now, though, right? It's tough, but
Yeah.
I try and at least tune into as much as possible.
Well, 2 weeks ago it was crazy. Really, it was like they had the Denver card, and it was 8 p.m. Eastern time, and passed out watching bare knuckle. Soon as I woke up, and I knew it was going on, man. I was like, I can't wake up at 5 in the morning to watch the
Yeah,
Australia
the
card. But as
Aussie.
soon as I woke up, I saw like the last 3 or 4 fights, and I was like, hey, this is crazy. Like they just did a fight card, 2 fight cards on the opposite sides of the world, and it was literally like 24 hours of damn bare knuckle, basically.
Yeah, man, it was wicked. It's the same thing. I was trying to watch as much as possible. I was keeping informed, but yeah, I couldn't keep up. But how wicked is that? They're hitting everywhere, right? They're opening new
Yeah,
markets. They're getting to new places. They're finding the craziest, toughest people on the planet. And you're right. Like, I love all bare knuckle. It's all phenomenal. But I know what you're saying. Like BKFC seems to have that formula down where they're really promoting the fighters. Right, the fighters are doing their
yeah,
thing to build it
yes,
up, and they work. They work with the guys that are doing it. And BKB, like nothing to knock on them either. Like they're getting it done too. But I know what you're saying. It seems like the production value just isn't quite there, and they're not getting it. It's just not hitting the market as big either, right? Like I don't know
it's
where they're
not,
airing
man.
this stuff. Yeah,
It's not. I don't think they promote the fighters as good. And I know this from experience, not to knock them and just totally call them out, but they'd hit me up about interviewing the CEO and then a bunch of fighters. But when it came time to interview the fighters, I had to keep staying on them, and then I interviewed one, and then that was it. It was like, dude, I mean, I can interview all types of fighters. Getting fight interviews is a hell of a lot easier than me getting interviews with these old school hip hop artists that I interview. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
and because
yeah.
fighters, y'all are like narcissists, anyways. So y'all like to get in front of the camera and tell a guy, "Yeah, I'm about to whoop your ass." This coming up fight. There's nothing you could do about it except take the beating, and that's it.
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, a lot of them. Yeah, there's a lot of them that are like that, and for sure. I mean, well, a lot of the ones that are trying to make it too, they know that they got to promote themselves, right? And I guess that's the
Yeah,
thing too. Like, it seems like, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like BKFC sees that. They see like the wrestler, they get the wrestler. You know how I spent a lot of time on the business side of things too, and you need those guys. It's about the fighters, and people are going to follow
yeah,
the fighters, and they're going to get the liking to them or a hate to them, right? Like like
yeah,
it's just like
yeah,
wrestling. You got the guys you love to hate and the guys that you love to follow, but you need to have some kind of polarizing thing, right? Or
yeah.
and I hate to say it, but yeah, BKB just doesn't have that. They don't promote. I don't know if they're not promoting their guys as much or if it's the guys, but it's just yeah, it doesn't seem to have that. And BKFC seems to really know, like, they put the show on, they build it up right. And man, like I get excited for all the fights. There's it's you follow that like the UFC, right? They build the stuff properly, and yeah, they seem to have the formula down pretty good.
And every the weight class you go to has its stars. You
Yeah.
know, they got their stars, they got their names that stand out. I mean, you got this guy, he's from your area, ain't he? Drew Stuvie, ain't he from up there?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's out in Alberta. He's a Canadian boy.
He's on the come up.
Yeah, man, he's been looking good, and for boxer, really like very talented boxer, got into the bare knuckle, has been taking care of business, getting some good fights, and yeah, they know how to build these guys right. And the only issue is the weight, right? Like a lot of these guys, it's tough. There's not a whole lot of guys that are getting a couple fights a year. There's a lot of, it seems like they got so many fighters, and there's very few that are really active.
Do you think BKFC almost needs to maybe just create like a whole division for certain areas? Like I know they got BKFC Canada, but like really open it up where it's BKFC Canada is just basically running these Canadian fights every, other month or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, at least like quarterly or something. I think so. And I think, you know what?
Yeah.
I think you'll probably see it. I know that, they've been working with a small team of like their production guys and the guys that are actually doing it. Right. And I know, cause I've talked to a lot of them. I know that it's a lot of work, right? They only have really a small number, but when they open up these other markets, they got people that are stepping up and doing it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the move. You see the UK, like they're at least throwing one. They pretty much have one, at least one monthly. You think you'll
Damn
start to
near,
see
yeah, pretty much.
yeah, yeah, and I think you're right. Like there is a lot of Canadian fighters. There's a lot of good ones, and I think that you'll need to see something like that where you're staying pretty active with fights, even if it's like every couple months. But ideally, there's a lot of, once they can start opening up the legalities and getting it sanctioned in Canada and more provinces. Yeah, like the Maritimes, I'm pretty sure. Like if you go out east, I know that there's a lot of them that I'm pretty sure it opened up in Manitoba. So there's starting to be more opportunities, at least to get there. But yeah, I think they're opening up. They're heading to Italy, and then they got Dubai and all these, just Australia. So they're really taking over the world. And I think if they just get the right people to start opening the markets and kind of take care of things in whatever country it is, then hopefully that's the case. And yeah, like I'm all about it, and I've been trying to push to see more Canadian shows, and even throwing my name out there to try and help get it open. So we'll see. You never know, but I think that's the move. Start opening up more markets, getting more fights, because they do. You almost got a BKFC fight every weekend or every couple weekends
Damn
now between
near.
them all,
Damn
right?
near. Yeah.
Yeah, and you kind of have to, and they have the talent pool for it. There's enough fighters and there's enough guys coming in, and yeah, we'll see. Like the I don't know what happened with the Fight Club thing. That was, man,
Yeah.
I was stoked about that. I was almost on that, but I had too many fights. There was a lot of different rules, and I don't know what happened to that, or if it's going to come back. But
Yeah.
there's so many different things, right? They've got a lot of little spokes in the fire, and it looks like there could be some big stuff in the works.
The one that I'm still waiting to see if it's gonna happen, and if it doesn't happen, it's not gonna look good on BKC's a fight promotion, is the $25 million tournament.
Big time, man. Yeah, I was. I thought that we would have at least seen the first round or some kind of
Sit your
some
little
kind.
ass down. My damn dog. My dog. You heard my dog?
Oh yeah, just coming in with that chirp there.
Yeah.
Sounds like a little pup.
Yeah. Well, she's old, but she's little.
Oh yeah. What kind of dog you got there?
She's a mutt, Yorkshire, Dotson, Beagle mixed.
Oh yeah. Nice. Yeah, you're right though. The tournament, really you need to hear something or see something. That was big news. That was, the biggest thing in combat sports. Money, like, well, not the biggest, but it's, that's a
Yeah.
big payout. That's a nice purse. And yeah, you're right. Like I'm surprised more people aren't really talking about that, but you're right. You kind of need to see something go through with that, I mean, maybe they just sweep it under the rug and nobody cares. But there was a lot of that was the hottest thing coming into this year.
The critics and the haters will care. 'Cause I know some guys that call out BKC for everything BKC that does. It's like the worst thing in the world to them.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of them out there, and yeah, you're right. I'm surprised that there isn't some major backlash and lots of chirping going on about that. But yeah, you kind of hope that we'll get some kind of info on that soon.
Yeah, because that could be life changing money for somebody. Because I don't know if they win 25 million. I think the prize is 10 million, and then the rest is whacked up between multiple fighters and stuff. But even a cat like I could see it. To be honest with you, if they had that tournament, I'm gonna just predict that Perdomo would win that.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends on how because they were talking about almost like an open weight class thing, right? Like I don't know how you could possibly do that or how that would work, but
I heard 185 on up is what I heard. But even a 185 guy is gonna have trouble against somebody like Perdomo.
yeah, he's an absolute monster, man. Um, yeah, I mean, it's so exciting to even think about and dream up the scenarios and who would be fighting and how the bracket. Like, it's still the coolest thing to think of, man.
Yeah.
I'm still stoked for that, and I really hope that there's something comes out of it soon. But they got so much stuff in the works, yeah. Like, but yeah, I thought that it was already starting to kind of get into place, but I haven't heard a thing about it in a while.
So what's going on with some of the other things you be doing in life? I see you still be making music. Y'all never sent the MP3 either for the reviews.
Oh, yeah, I did. Did I not? Did you not get it?
I don't think we did.
Oh,
I think it was an M4A file, which was like those usually
oh,
only play on cell phones. I know I seen you was in some movies too, and they were talking about. I guess you do commercials as well. Where you
yeah,
at?
yeah. I booked a commercial. Actually, shot it last week, which was nice. You know, my dream and goal in life was to be an actor. I went to school for that and been working at it for 20 years. I basically book a little bit role or a commercial kind of been on a good streak of booking at least one thing a year. So got a couple already this year and
That's
auditioning a
what's up.
ton. But yeah, and still always working the music. I'm trying to work a little bit solo stuff right now too,
Okay.
and yeah, because it's you know how it is. It's no matter who it is. It was tough when we had a band trying to get together, and even with just the two of us, it's tough to make things work. But yeah, I'll have to make sure I get that MP3 to you now. I didn't realize that that I didn't have the right things sent. I'm an idiot when it comes to the technical side of stuff, so I need
Yeah.
some help with that. But yeah,
And
still working at it all, man.
what about politics? Are you done with that?
Yeah, you know what? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm actually well, kind of. Well, I'll say it. I guess I'll say it now. Because it's a weird one, and you know, you don't talk politics, but we do that kind of stuff here. Me and you have chat about everything, but I
Mhm.
actually am chatting with the Green Party in Ontario, and gonna go have some chats with them and see what's up. It's you know it's kind of the smallest political party there is, but very, very high on the environment and that type of stuff. And you know, I'm pretty passionate about that. We got to take care of the earth, right? If we don't have a planet to live on, we're all screwed. So it's it's by far the least popular party. It doesn't get many seats, but I feel like it's super important. And yeah, I don't think I'm done with politics. I'm not a politician by any means, but you know, I'm a very vocal and very passionate
Yeah.
about helping people, man.
Canada's been getting a little too liberal for my taste.
Gee, yeah, it's it's getting shitty here, man. It's getting tough.
Oh, Canada.
It's we're in a rough spot, man. As much as you know, people want to talk about what's going on south with you guys and everything else around the world. Like you got to take
Yeah.
a look here. It's not all it's not all it used to be, man. It's not all it's cracked up to be. There's a lot of shit going on, and people are getting fed up though. You know, you saw the stuff going on in Ireland with all the pushback and I don't
Yeah.
think we're that far from it, man. We Canadians too polite and shit, but man, I'm getting loud and I'm getting pissed off, and I know a lot of other people are too. And yeah, something's got to happen.
Yeah, I think we're in a weird place in society right now. It's like the division, the line has been made clear. And it's like even if you decide, hey, I'm with neither side, that both sides are still gonna say you're against us.
Yeah, yeah,
You
it's
know,
it's
they can't have like especially in America, like nobody on either side can sit down at a table and have a civil, reasonable conversation. And
yeah,
it's kind of hard to have conversations with politics is just like it's a name calling contest now. It's like let's see how many names can we call you. We take every name in the book, we call you the name, but then you gonna expect to sit down with me and negotiate after you don't call me all these names?
right. It's nuts, dude. And yeah, you guys, I pay a lot of attention to what's going on over there, but it's similar here, man. Like
Yeah,
you can't have a decent conversation. It's just like
yeah,
you're one side, and I, to me, I honestly feel like it's by design. We're all getting split. There is a line drawn.
yeah,
It's 50-50 across the board. There's no
yeah,
gray area. You hate this
yeah,
side and they hate you. And
yeah,
I don't know, man. It's way too much. Like yeah, you can't like it. It doesn't seem like there's no neutral. No, like, you
yeah,
can't have a civil conversation at least most people. Like it's wild. You see all the name calling. Like you look at feeds, it's like it's a split line across the board. Almost like I wonder. I know definitely in North America, and
yeah,
there, yeah,
yeah.
it's a weird time, dude.
It is, and I don't think it's a good idea for Canada to try to become an enemy of the United States. Because
No,
the way it is right now, US, and I do agree with Trump on the aspect when, like, I've been said, none of these NATO countries have ever come to our help. So why are we helping them? And I've always said that, like, none of these countries are really gonna come to the help of America. But if something pops off, they're gonna want America to come to the rescue. Or
that's
just
that.
North America or the Western world as they call it. But I think Europe is really weak right now. They're really weak right now.
Yeah, man. No, that's facts. I don't like. We have to figure it out, man. Canada and the U.S. have always, for the most part, at least as long as I've been alive, have been such good allies, and there's no reason not to be, man. Like I love you guys, and I don't see why we can't figure it out. And we kind of have to. It's ridiculous for on both sides, man. But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that I think that we need to come together, and hopefully that gets figured out. It doesn't seem like I don't know. It doesn't seem. It seems like a tough spot right now, and there is so again, even with the Canada U.S. thing, there's you see it online. The head
Yeah.
smacking there too. I mean, it's great in sports. I love that they're playing up the Canada U.S. thing. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's fun for me. They really did that in the Ice Wars thing they've been doing. Canada versus U.S. and build that shit up. But when it comes to living and everything else, man, like yeah, I don't. We gotta get this shit figured out.
My first album was called No Turning Back. I almost think it's No Turning Back. Like you said, I think it's by design. And if they were, which is weird. You remember back in the days, what did they do for like the Romans when shit was getting little unrestly? They always gave people distraction. What do they do for distraction? They throw a bunch of gladiators in a ring and let them kill each other.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
Now
man. It's
we can't even get bare knuckle across the board right now. Like it's crazy to me. Back in the days, they were cutting off heads, chopping off arms, and people were like, "Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah." You know what they had to go through just to get bare knuckle in Australia, dude?
Oh, dude, it's insane. It's insane, man. Like it. Oh, but I think you're right though. Now it's seen like at the end of the day, we all know it all comes down to this, right? And they're
Yeah,
seeing what BKFC is doing, and like, yeah, I'm hearing the chats. It's all about the money, and now they see the money's coming, and they'll start to open it up. They'll start to make things happen, and distractions though. Like you're right. That's there's a lot of them out there.
And I know fighters can't never really tell me how much they make on their contracts, but I've been hearing a theme lately of like the fighters just saying BKC pays better than other promotions that they could possibly deal with.
Yeah, I mean, it's been decent. It's been like like BKFC seems like it's better. Yeah, I mean, from the other promotions that I've dealt with, but even it's starting to get all right. I mean, now I guess I have few more fights, so I've been offered some decent, some better contracts with some other promotions too, and I mean, the money's it's tough too, though, right? Like when you
Yeah.
don't factor in that you gotta take time away from work for all the training, like you
Yeah.
start figuring the amount of time that you got to put into it to actually compete. Like, so you need the sponsors, you need that all that other stuff, and that's where it gets tough too, right? When you start getting handcuffed with which sponsors you can have and that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, the money's okay, but it's you got to be a top tier level guy to be able to really make a living out of it.
So you being a rapper, I make music, you make music. Do you ever see a correlation of a musician and a fighter? Like just the journey? Because like it takes a lot of money to break an artist. A lot of money. And then, like you said, if the fighting takes a lot of time, you gotta lose money. When I interviewed Donald Sanchez. He said he got his own business. He loses money doing the fighting because you got to give up business.
Yeah, man, that's exactly it. And I think a lot of,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in that position too, right? Like I have to work my ass off to be able to do this stuff, the fighting and the music, like same thing. And the correlation is very, very similar. Well, I mean, it's arts, right? Even this fighting is still like sport. It's an
It's
art too, though.
entertainment. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
entertainment, man, and again, that's why you hear it all the time. Like you need to love this shit. You need to love what you're doing because you're going to go broke doing it, and hopefully, eventually, you're able to make some decent money doing it. But like you have to love it, or you don't stand a chance because it's hard, man, and the correlation is very similar. Yeah, like
Well,
you got to put everything you got into it and just hope that somebody's gonna like it, and maybe you make a few bucks.
it seems like even though boxing sucks now, all the big money seems to still be in the boxing matches. Canelo versus whoever. UFC, from what I'm seeing, as big as they are, like don't really pay that well, and not even that much above BKFC on some fights I've seen. Like I seen where like what Mike Perry, they said he got 400, 500,000 for a BKFC fight. There's guys in UFC getting a lot less than that.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. You might see some guys flip over because yeah, I don't the UFC, from what I've seen and with the contracts, right? Like there's a reason why Jones and Nagano and these guys leave. Like you go to boxing and you're making all the money. Like it's still, that's where the
Right.
money's at. But you wonder because they're drawing you. It's got to be close to the same kind of numbers. And yeah, the fighters just seem to not be really making the money in it. So I'm starting to hear a lot more, and there's a little more uproar from the fighters, and now they're going where the money is, and hopefully that starts to get everybody to open the pocketbooks a little bit and start paying them a lot better everywhere.
Has combat sports really resorted to, think about it. This is what combat sports have really resorted to. Outside of boxing, right? The big money fight is always Jake Paul now.
It is. It's wild, right? He's
Yeah.
it's crazy. You got
Jake
to give the
Paul is
guy.
the big money fight.
That's wild. It's so wild. I mean, I was such a Jake Paul hater for so long, but I can't do anything but give the guy kudos and fucking respect now, man. Like how do you knock this guy? He's the hottest ticket for some reason. It's crazy. And now
How
he,
else is he able to pay Tyson as much as he did and all these other guys as much as he did unless they making money and getting a draw?
That's the thing. There's got to be some massive money. Like you look at MVP, right? They seem to they're getting all these guys in. I don't know. I haven't heard any figures about this Diaz Perry fight or Rousey and what. Like there's got to be some big money though. There's
Yeah,
got to be
yeah,
some decent money to pull
yeah.
them in, and yeah, like they're so we'll see. They must be. They I think that's part of it too. The Netflix deal's got to be something pretty big there. Hopefully, we'll start to see fighters really getting the paydays all around, right? Because it only has been the top tier guys and the boxers for a while that have been making the money. And I don't know. At the end of the day, it is the fighters that's the draw. Like that's what people are paying to see. So hopefully you start to see the money get spread out a little bit more. Man, I'd love to go out there and make a decent payday here and there, and just hopefully that's the case. I've been saying I got to get back into boxing too because it seems to be Jake Paul has put some resurgence on it and been getting some paydays back there. So you never know with combat sports, man. I really. But I do think it seems like BKFC is starting to, the money's there. Obviously, they're getting huge, and it seems like they're starting to pay their guys too. There's a lot of guys coming over from other promotions, and yeah, man, I think you'll start to see some bigger paydays here soon.
Yeah, I wish they would just let me be like Nate Shook's assistant so I can help him out with some of the matchmaking. That's the one issue I do have with BKFC is the matchmaking. Sometimes it's like there's some fights that just been waiting for so long. It's like they just taking too long to get to some of these fights. Like for example, like Mandel was calling for Perry forever, and the fact that Perry was ranked in his division and didn't have the belt, and they never had to fight. It was kind of crazy to me. And now that Mandel lost to Juggernaut Lorenzo Hunt, he has no leverage to even get that fight. So it'll probably never even take place, which I get it. They feel like Dave Mandel does have a big following, this, that, and the third. But at some point, man, I mean, a guy's a champ. If you want to be the champ, you got to fight the guy who has the belt to be the champ. Like, that's the politics I hate. Like, is it got to be a record label, man? You got to be popping on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and Snapchat and everything else before you get this big fight?
Yeah, right? It's crazy. It's such I mean, it's like everything else. It's politics and all that stuff, but it does suck, man. I'm with you. Like, everybody wanted to see that fight. That was a fight that needed to be made, and I don't know. I don't know if Perry didn't want it or what, right? Because then they go and make a belt for him, and but it doesn't matter if he wants it or not. Like you said, if you want to be the champ, you got to beat the champ, and that fight was the fight that should have been done. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough. There's a lot of them that's just like that's the one to make. And I don't know if fighters are now getting too much pull in it too. Like that pisses me off. Everybody's fighting, like picking and choosing fights. Like every single time they tell me like, there's the guy. Yep, no problem. I don't give a shit. Fucking I don't care. I'm a fighter. I want to fight. Give me a fight. I don't care who it is. That's the way it should be. And if people start turning shit down, they fucking put them on the back burner. Like,
well, no disrespect to Andre Arlovsky because he did beat Ben Rothwell. He shouldn't have had that fight before Perdomo.
No, that was bonkers too. But
I mean, how many Perdomo 11-0? Nobody else is 11-0 on bare knuckle. Like, how many fights this guy got to fight before he gets a shot at the title? You can't say it's nobody knows him no more. I mean, his following is getting up there now. He's almost got 200,000 on Instagram, so he's moving up.
He's the guy to beat, man. Like that's like you said. Like it makes no sense. You see guys getting title fights at like 2-0 or 3-0 sometimes. Like this guy's just smashing everybody. Like how that fight? I mean, it's got to be the next one is him and Arlovsky for that title. But like, man, it's crazy that this guy hasn't had a title shot yet.
It seems like BKFC is more concerned with the ex-UFC names than they are building up the household names.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate, right? Because
Yeah,
you want to see these guys that have put in the time and started there and helped grow the name, right? There's the
yeah.
reason the UFC guys are coming over is because they built this. Yeah, you want to see those guys kind of get their time too. But yeah, like the UFC guys that come over, they're like instantly getting the shots, right? And I mean,
And
I guess they go in politics.
I think another thing a lot of fighters, I know they don't like this, is there's too many debuts in the BKFC right now.
Oh man, that's killer too. It every single show you're seeing
A
you're
lot of
seeing
debuts.
always right. And yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. Again, they have so many fighters. You don't
Yeah,
need
they're
to
just
keep
sitting
bringing
there.
guys.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
that's the
like it.
difference between BKB though. BKB gives their fighters a lot more fights.
Yeah, yeah. I've been talking to a few guys from there too, and like that's why some of them make the switches because like same with me. Like I don't know how many years I got left in me. I want to fight as much as humanly possible, and I'm not gonna. It's just not gonna happen with BKFC likely, right? Like it's hard, man. So
It is.
if you can stay active and keep guys active, that's where you kind of want to be.
Yeah, you almost need them to get more. If they're not going to Canada, you need them more up in like the Michigan areas and stuff like that. Where Michigan's pretty close to you, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's right on.
Yeah,
Yeah, right on the border. Yeah,
you
that
need them
kind of that
more
kind
into
of
that
thing.
areas so you could just cross that border, go do the fight, and fly back, man. I mean, because the standard is, all right, we're gonna bring in the local guys, and typically they want to bring in guys out of town to fight them to more like they want those guys. I don't care what anybody says. They want all the guys to come out of town to lose.
Yeah, yeah, for sure,
They
man.
want them all to lose, so the hometown crowd is just doing this all that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, 100%. It's
yeah,
like you said, they got the format figured out, and
yeah.
that's 100% it. They're trying to get the local guys hype, and I mean that's the formula. it's
Even
but
like
it's
with
yeah
y'all's Canada card, they was bringing in dudes outside of Canada, so hopefully y'all beat them up, and your home crowd will go crazy. And what's more gratifying, winning at your home crowd or beating a guy in front of his?
Oh, that's tough, man. It is. I mean, I've been actually every single time I've been the guy from outside. Like even the Canada cards, they bring in a guy from Alberta and I'm the guy from Ontario. So I'm the hated guy. It is kind of nice to go in there and be the hated dude and supposed to lose and you pull off the win. It feels pretty good. I mean, it is nice when you got a home when you get that pop from the crowd. And I mean, I haven't really had that feeling, but it's a tough one. I mean, it's gratifying. It's super gratifying winning when you go into somebody else's home and they just want to see you lose.
So you don't have any idea when your next fight will be yet?
So I'm fighting May 14th for Ice Wars in
Okay,
Alberta. So I'll be fighting there, and then I'm fighting, and I'm signed to fight June 19th for Havoc again. So getting back,
okay.
nice quick turnaround. So I'm gonna have to take care of business in the hockey fight, and then a month later I'll be back in the cage doing the bare knuckle boxing.
Before we let you go, break down some of the rules of this hockey ice wars thing.
Sure, yeah. So it's a straight hockey fight. It's very similar to like bare knuckle rules. You can clinch
Okay,
as long as you're throwing
act.
punches. You
Okay,
got to stay active in the clinch. If you're hugging, they're gonna split it up. But it's pure action. You can a lot of guys because a lot of hockey fighters you just grab and chuck. But if you wanted, you could dance and have like a little boxing bout there. But most hockey fighters are just grabbing and throwing. But as long as you're active, you can be throwing. It's you can go to the body if you need to, but you're wearing full hockey gear.
yeah,
Um, yeah, so it's you can't touch you got to keep the helmets on. They're special helmets that are foam, and so your hands aren't too bad. But that's pretty much it. 1 minute rounds. You get a minute in between. It's 3 rounds. It's different that they're not scored by a round. it's just whoever takes the most damage, however the judges see it, is gonna be determined the winner. But yeah, a lot of them again, it's like bare knuckle. A lot of them don't go to the judges.
So normally the guy that looks the most beat up is gonna lose.
It's pretty much it. Yeah, yeah. Unless,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. So, like
What
always, I mean, I'm always trying to get it done. I don't like fights going to the judges because you never know what they're saying. So, got to take care of
and
it.
that doesn't always happen at BKFC. I don't know if you remember the Justin Page versus Julian Lane fight.
Yeah,
So afterwards, Julian Lane, he was upset about losing that fight. He posted a
yeah.
clip and it showed Dustin Peg, and then it showed the dude off of the Goonies, Baby Ruth. I swear to God, Dustin Peg's face looked just like that, man. And then
Yeah, he
they
was.
showed Julian. Julian had like a scratch, and that's it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, the scoring system in BKFC is pretty set though, right? Like you get a knockdown, it's automatically 10-8. If there's a knockdown,
Yeah.
you're losing that round no matter how much. If you got 100 shots to 5, but you knock the guy down in one of those 5, you're losing that round. But yeah,
And you're
it's
probably
tough.
gonna lose the fight if you don't get no knockdowns on them. You more likely gonna lose the fight too.
100%. Exactly it. That's why it gets mentally tough, right? Like my BKFC fight, I was pissed. I scored a knockdown and they ruled it a slip, and then I got
Yeah.
pushed down and they ruled it a knockdown. And instantly in my head, I'm like, well, fuck, this sucks. There's like I'm way down and I shouldn't be right now. But as soon as you get it, and then the problem is, as soon as you start thinking about that when you're in a fight, then you're screwed.
The ref has been bad. There was another fight, the Joe Elmore versus Mike Marine Richmond. Mike the Marine was fucked up way more at the end of that fight, but he got that one knockdown, and that's why he won the fight, man. In my opinion, he didn't really win that fight.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's tough.
by the scoring per se, but he knows like he didn't he got beat up the most.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing, right? Like I said, you could take an absolute beating, but you get even if you get it scored or knocked down, and yeah, if you get a knockdown and the other guy doesn't, odds are you're probably going to win the fight.
Yep. Well, hopefully, I need to find out where they're gonna be streaming at Ice Wars if they stream it live, man. Like that's the thing. I wasn't able to watch none of it before. I didn't know. I always heard them saying Ice Wars, but I never seen any live streams on the BKFC or anywhere that I could tune in to try to tune in live, man. I was a
Yeah,
little disappointed, like when it said BKFC, and I was looking at the crowds, like BKFC, are they not promoting this?
yeah, it was weird. There wasn't a whole lot of promoting from BKFC, so it's
It was a big arena, for that event. I thought.
huge. It was like where the Panthers play. Like it's an NHL arena, probably holds
Oh, okay.
20,000. Like huge, like a wicked to be at. It was awesome to be there, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like you said, the crowd was a lot smaller than anticipated. There was some wicked guys there. There was BKFC fighters there, Tito Ortiz, Kobe Covington. There were the Trump kids were there, and but yeah, it didn't have the crowd that I was expecting. Oh, did I lose you?
Oh, on your skate. Dude was all over the place. He was slipping and falling.
Yeah, yeah, man, it's you gotta be good on your skates, or it's gonna be a tough night.
I think this is gonna be a really good sport for you, man. I really do, and hopefully they could promote it better, man. And cause that's a big arena, man. They missed out a lot of ticket sales for that
Yeah,
spot.
yeah, man. Yeah, thank you, appreciate it. And hopefully they get the promotion going. Hopefully I mean, I'll be blasting it out there as soon as I hear where they're airing it and what's going on. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it takes off, and I mean, if not, I'll be coming back with something. I'll be getting in the ring, throwing bare knuckle. I'll be boxing. I'll be rapping. I'll be doing some shit.
Before we let you go, man, shout outs you want to do? You got any sponsors, anything?
Just the Pulse Nutrition here in Penetanguishene. Nice, lovely spot. My wife's shop, and shout out to her for always sticking by me and letting me go on this wild journey that she absolutely hates. So, yeah. And then any sponsors out there that are looking to get your name on a shirt or something, hit me up, because I could always use more sponsors. I'm focusing on the training and everything else, so not chasing after sponsors as much as I should. So if you can hook me up, that'd be great.
I will we'll have you back on soon. You right now you tied with Ryan Reber and Anthony Yost for most appearances on the show, I think.
Nice. That's some good company, baby. I love it. Thanks, man.
Yeah, especially since Reber just won. He actually beat a guy who's from 30 minutes down the road where I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina, and he's from
Oh
Pembroke.
yeah. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Oxidine.
yeah. Pembroke is a really tough area too, man, to grow up in. He grew up in a really tough area, but I mean, I was a little disappointed in it was a tough one for me because I love Reber too. I wasn't really like picking a side, but I was kind of disappointed that Reber kind of made it did look pretty easy, man, after all the talk, man. And it's a hometown guy, so you kind of want to see him do a little better, man. And I almost felt like after I seen a post, like he might be retiring after that. So
Oh wow. I mean, he was in BKB for a long time, right?
yeah,
And he was a
yeah.
title contender up there. I'm not gonna lie to you. His first fight for Knucklemania, I was
Oh,
surprised he danced around and stayed away, and it was weird, right? He won the fight clearly, but it was
easily on
yeah,
a veteran guy.
yeah. Yeah, so I mean, we'll see what happens. Uh, but
Well, he
yeah,
lost any momentum for a title. I think if he would have beat Reber, he might have instantly got a title shot versus Nate Maness or Jamel Herring, whoever wins that. And y'all go check out the Nate Maness interview I did recently too.
yeah,
But yeah, man, in the bantamweight, is that the division you trying to get to? 135?
yes, sir. That's where I'm hoping to get to. So hopefully we can get something in there and get on with those boys.
It's weird right now though, because so Alberto Blas left because of some stuff that was going on at the Hard Rock Cafe. So he goes to BKB because he can't. I heard he can't fight at the Hard Rock Cafe no more because of something that went down there. So then they had the interim title. So two guys fought for the interim, and then one of the guys gave that belt up
Yeah,
right after he won it, and now they're fighting for the interim again.
yeah. It's really weird, man. And there, I mean, I have no idea what's going on there. It's strange. It seems like a
And
weird division.
and then the champ Justice, like, because I mean, just what Dave Feldman said, that he said he wasn't ready to be a champ or something like that. I mean, you won it, so I think you were ready to be a champ if you won it. But I mean, I don't. There's more there than I think we know. But he gave the belt up, so now that he's the champ, he drops down to the number one ranked guy. Everybody dropped down a slot.
Yeah.
So if you was number 5 in the bantam, you just got moved out just because the guy gave the belt up. It's really weird right now what's going on with that weight class.
It's super weird. And yeah, man, I mean, hopefully I can get in there and get a fight or two at that weight class and put on a show and fight a
I think
guy.
there's some good opportunity right now. Keith Richardson, I don't know what's going on with him. He's getting up there in age. Um, Reber might get another title shot. No disrespect. I love him to death. His mom's have called me out. Hit me up on the DM, Mama Reber. I love you to death, man. But hey, you get a third shot, man, you don't win, man. I don't know that you're gonna get another one after that. Because
Yeah, yeah,
you just had a shot for the interim. You lost that, came back and won. So you're looking to get another shot, whoever wins. But if you get that and you don't win, man, I mean, how many shots are you really think you're gonna get?
yeah. You're right. It's probably you gotta take advantage of that one, or it'll be probably a
Yeah.
long road back. If yeah,
And whoever wins it ain't gonna be an easy target.
no,
Because
no,
Nate
no.
Maness, I think Nate Maness might win it personally, not just because I interviewed him, but I think he might win it. And he's not going to be an easy target, man, from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, no, it's a great division, man. Hopefully we'll see some action go on there, and I think it's that's gonna be a great fight, and we'll see. I'm gonna keep knocking on doors and keep throwing where I can, and
Well,
try and
we're gonna make sure we tag Nate Shook in all these clips, so we try to help.
that's the thing.
You try to get you another fight here soon, man.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks, my man.
Nah, man, you a good friend of the show, man. I look at you as a real friend, like probably even more than a lot of these other guys I've interviewed. Because we got the music connection going on as well too. So
Yeah,
and you're
same
just
with
a
you.
nice, decent human being, man. From what I've seen,
Appreciate that, man. Same with
that
you, man.
likes to fight. You just like to fight. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Love you too, bro. I think I appreciate that. And it's always a pleasure chatting with you. And we'll chat some more music sometime soon. And I'll get you that MP3. I'll make sure I can figure that thing out.
That's what's up. And if you got the WAV file, you can always send me the WAV file and I can convert it over to MP3.
Okay, wicked. Awesome.
Yep. All right, man. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, brother. Thanks so much.
All right. Peace.
Peace, brother.
Well, there you have it. James Dalzell fought in the BKFC. He's got one fight on the BKFC. And I think that was the Canada Edmonton card. And he's doing this Ice Wars right now. I was checking it out today and yesterday. It's basically just the bare knuckle part of hockey turned into its own sport, which is right up the alley of bare knuckle. I think a lot of this bare knuckle combat is starting to really just take off and take over. UFC can be boring with just the wrestling when guys are just on the ground wrestling and ain't no real action going on. And boxing is not what it used to be back in the days. When I was coming up as a kid, the heavyweight division and all these other divisions were just stacked with fighters. And it's just crazy that right now the money fight is Jake Paul in combat sports. People can say what they want, man. The dude knows how to market. You know, they know how to market. And you can't be mad at somebody when they sell tickets. I'm sorry. You can't be upset for somebody for selling tickets. Business is about supply and demand. And if people didn't demand something or to watch somebody, they wouldn't sell tickets. That's like people that might hate on Brian Duran. I notice a lot of cats calling themselves the cash cows now, and he's calling them out about it. I mean, far as I've been told, he is the cash cow in the Florida Cars when he fights. I've heard he sold around $100,000 worth of tickets or more. I mean, you selling $100,000 worth of tickets, yo. I can almost book you to do anything. We could book you to do autograph signings, walkthroughs. I know he makes music, he raps. We probably go book him for a show. He's gonna sell tickets. Sell $100,000 worth of tickets. Yo, that is a guy that you could do business with. That's a guy that you can make money with. So and I get it. It's entertainment. You know, the big fights are usually always gonna be the big names, the people who sell the most tickets. But at some point, if you want to be the champ, you got to fight the champ, no matter if his name is smaller than yours or whatever it may be. As far as I know, every fighter's goal is to win the belt, and I guess make a living as well. But there's gonna be a lot of fighters. There's gonna be a lot of fighters that win belts that probably don't even make a living, like a decent, reasonable living off of fighting. Because it's like the music business. It's not the easiest thing to make a living off of. That's why most fighters got to work regular 9 to 5s outside of fighting, or they got to have businesses, or they got to rely on sponsorships and endorsements and everything else. So you truly got to love the fight game. But shouts out to my man James Dalzell, all the way from Canada, and appreciate everybody tuning in. Tomorrow we have Justin Nightmare Street, and then the day after that we got Roderick Icewater Stewart as well. So y'all take it easy. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Peace, and I'm out.